Okay, so good afternoon again, everyone. We were going to discuss this evening is about the Division 6 of 16 Division in Architecture, which is woods. No, yung plastic is for the next lesson na lang natin yan, no? Because it will be going to be, it's too long for one session. So, woods and wood products have several impacts, or we can say there are a bunch of impacts, no, in the usage for the design and architecture. And basically, it has several properties, no, that makes wood a very timely, no, kind of material because of its attractive properties, no, like in the sense of touch, no, it has natural warmth, no, and it can insulate your houses. Workability, so it can be easily shaped with simple tools, no. We're going to discuss some tools of it, know how to manipulate woods and what are the products that made from wood, and some other informations that make wood be more useful in architecture. Wood has also infinite variety, no. No two trees or even piece from same tree are alike. Why is it? It is because of its natural surrounding, no. They are being affected where they are growing, the climatic condition where they have been grown, and some other factors, no, that makes wood unique on its own properties. It has also strength to weight ratio. So the more heavier it is, the more strength it gives to you, no? So it is used for bridges, boats, homes, and furnitures. Wood also have flexibility, which you can see in the huge trees, because even huge trees can bend in the wind. Fire protection. There are several characteristics of wood which makes them more resistant in fire, no? So it burns slowly and doesn't melt or crumble. So there are such different characteristics, no. It may be coming from your admixture or fire retardant paints, no, or the wood itself. Then wood has several colors, which has natural, through wood's ability to receive many types of stains and finishes. So there are some wood products, no, that are being used for the manipulation of colors, no, like stains and finishes for woods. We have several, we have classifications of woods. Number one is the softwood, which come from conifers, no, or the evergreens, and it has needles type of leaves, no. Example natin dyan is yung pine. Nakakita na kayo ng pine, yung patusok, no, na woods. So they are considered as softwoods. So ang palatandaan lang dyan is they have needles type of woods, no? Leaves pala. Okay, so there are many types of needle type trees, no. So they are basically, if you want to see or to identify them, tignan mo lang yung kanyang leaves, no. If that is broad, that is hardwood. Pag patusok naman or needle type, yan ay softwood. Okay? As I mentioned, hardwood is yung characteristic niya is broadleaf, or it is also called deciduous trees. So the most Philippine timber are of this kind. So the term hardwood and softwood are often mislead because they have no direct relation to the actual physical hardness. No, pag sinabi mo kasing softwood, it doesn't it is not equivalent, no, to softiness, no, of its trunk or its body, no, and it doesn't represents its hardness, no, of the wood. So hardwood may be actually be softer than softwood. So we have the structure of the wood. We're going to discuss some part of it and need to be inform you, know what are the structure of the wood, so that it can be useful, no, in the later part of your practice. So the structure of the wood is consisting of, number one, the sapwood. It is the softer or younger outer portion of the tree that lies between the cambium formative layer just under the bark and the heartwood. So this is the bark, tama? The bark of the tree. Yes? Any question?
Sir, wala pong sir. Para makita.
Oh, sorry. Thank you. Sorry.
Thank you po.
Yan. Okay na?
Okay na po sir, thank you po.
Okay. So, as I was saying, so this part of a tree, the tree, no, has the bark, no, layer, and the sapwood is from this layer to this layer, no, and it is basically coming from the layers, no, between the cambium and the heartwood, and it's more permeable, less durable, and usually light in color than the heartwood. Next is the sapwood. Continuation pala, no, from the sapwood. It is the portion of the log near the periphery which is generally lighter in color than the central portion. So this one is the central portion. No, as you can see, it's more darker, no, in color. So sapwood is from that area beyond up to the bark, no, or up to the outermost covering of the wood. It contains living cells also and takes an active part in the life process of the tree, and it contains more organic matter. Ito yung buhay na part, no, ng isang tree. It is more susceptible to blueing fungi or wood boring insects because most of the nutritions are in the sapwood. Next, we have the sapwood, heartwood, I mean. So the heartwood, no, the letter B is are the older, harder central portion of the tree, which usually contains deposits of various materials that frequently give a darker color than sapwood. So it is a dense, less permeable. It means walang masyadong water content sa area sa heartwood, and it is more durable than the surrounding sapwood. The central core of the log is composed of inactive cell and serves as mechanical support, or yung kanyang skeletal structure, no, of a tree. We go to properties of wood. Number one is hardness. So hardness refers or measured by the compression which a piece of timber undergoes in a weight is applied to it. So pag pinras mo yan, yung hardness measurement niya is like how many tons, no, before it breaks. Flexibility. It is the amount of piece that bends before breaking. So flexible is measured by modulus of elasticity. So wood has that certain flexibility because it can bend over in a certain angle, no, or a certain amount of bending. Softwood are generally brittle, no. So softwood are generally brittle while most hardwood are flexible. No? So, hindi siya nade-define ng kanyang name. No? So, usually hardwood is more flexible than softwood. And third properties is strength. No? So, the strength of a wood has several density in nature. Then it is also durable. Next naman is we go to the defects of woods. Defects of woods are the one that is being problem of the furniture industry and also the wood industry in a greater scale. So this was identified as decay. So decay caused attack by the fungi. Ito yung itsura ng decay. As you can see, it is parang it decayed from the inside. It is caused by the fungi living inside the tree. And when you open it, it's usually softer on that certain part. Next is checks. So these checks are the cracks. So itong example na to, ito yung checks or lengthwise separation across the annual. Rings are growth caused by irregular shrinkage during drying. Checks are formed when circumference shrinks more than the interior section of the log. Next defect is shakes. So these are the cracks between the parallel to the annual rings to the growth. So pag shakes are the cracks between the parallel to the annual rings of the growth. So pag parallel siya, like for example, this is the ring, pag meron siyang crack parallel to the annual rings, tawag natin doon is shakes. Ito yung pinaka-example na. Okay? Next is defects of wood. So, the continuation for the defects of wood. Letter D is knots. So, this is the example of knots, different kinds of knots, which is, number 1 is spike knots, and number 2 is the round knots. So, these are irregular growth in the body of a tree, which interrupt the smooth curve of the grain. So, kung nakikita ninyo, there should be a grain, which is nakadiretso sana siya, in nature. And the knots prevent the natural grain in a wood and becomes irregular. So the fiber of the tree are turned from their normal course and growth around the knots and its point of the tree. So kung nakikita ninyo, it should be stretched from here to here. And but because of knots, so meron siyang another parang irregular na shape or na tumubo doon inside the grains. So it is identified as knots. Next is pitch pockets. These pitch pockets are well-defined openings between annual rings. So yan, kung nakikita natin, it should be diretso, di ba? But because of pitch knots, meron siyang defects na nakuha doon, which identified as pitch knot, and the rings have made an irregular turn because of the defects in the annual rings. Next is wane. So this is the lack of wood on edge and corner of a piece. Wala tayong example ng wane. Next is warping. Defect of wood. Any variation which the plane surface of the piece caused by unequal shrinkage of the board where it become crooked, bow, cup, and twisted. So ito yung mga example crook, usually it bends the edge in a convex or concave, longitudinal. Bow naman is convex or concave din in longitudinal din. Then, ang cup naman is distortion of the face mismo. Okay, para siyang yung face niya is naka-curve. So, tawag natin dyan is cup. Then, lastly, the twist. So, from the name itself, it is a distortion which one corner is being raised. So, naka-twist din kanyang itsura. Methods of sewing woods, which we can see the different techniques, no, of cutting a log into a different ways. Number 1 is plain sewing. So this one refers to the lumber cut tangent to the annual rings. It means naka 0 to 45 degrees, no. In a growth commercial practice, these rings are in 0 to 45 degrees. So the lumber is preferably when placing pattern is required as in plain sewing. You can see here 0 to 45 cut from the annual ring. Okay, so ito plain sewing because it has a uniform angle. How to cut the log, no, into plain sewing. Next is we have quarter sewing. It refers to the wood cut radially. Okay, kung napapansin natin, it becomes a radial cut, no. So which is the annual the cut is radially to the annual rings of growth parallel to the rays, or in commercial practice cut with the annual rings growth at an angle of 45 to 90 degrees. So ito naka 90 degrees yung kanyang cutting, no? So pwedeng quarter saw ang pagkat. Quarter saw lumber is desirable because it has less shrinkage than plain sawn lumber. So it's important where joints must be kept tight. We have classifications of lumber. So wood that is used in construction is called lumber, no? So it means nakat na siya from logs. So lumber is classified by its size or dimension measured by inches. For example, a piece of lumber is measured 2 inches by 4, so it's being called 2 by 4. So, yan yung mga narinig niyo sa mga karpentero na 2x2, 2x3, 2x4, 1x2, mga ganun. So, they are evenly numbered widths, no? So, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. Usually, yung kanyang width. So, they are pag nag-iba kasi yung kanyang size, nag-iiba din yung pangalan. Like for example, this one, strips, no? The different classifications of lumbers are as follows. Strips are lumbers less than 2 inches thick. Pag mas manipis dyan, ang tawag natin dyan is strip. And less than 8 inches in wide. So that is manipis, no? Yung kanyang cutting. So it means, ang tawag natin dyan is lumber strips. Number 2 or letter B, board lumber. So the pieces less than 2 inches thick and at least 8 inches wide, tawag natin dyan is board lumbers. Usually yan yung nakikita natin sa mga furniture shops. And letter C, the dimension lumber, pieces more than 2 inches, no, or much larger than that, and 5 inches in any dimension. That is special cut, no? Tawag natin dyan is dimension number. And then we have timbers, no? Pieces 5 inches or more on the smallest dimension, no? So malalaking cut na to. Ito yung mga timbers. Okay? So those are the classification of lumbers. Yes?
Pero nung classification nung plywood diyan.
Classification
Plywood sa apat na 'yon.
Sa
naka-classify
na 'yon.
Strips.
Siya naka-classify.
Pero yung sa strip siya naka-classify, pero yung plywood is several strips na naka-glue and then pinrest mo siya, that is plywood.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Madadaanan
Thank you.
natin yan mamaya.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Alright, next is we have two most common classification are dimension lumber and board lumber. Kasi ito usually yung mga ginagamit natin sa mga furnitures. No? And usually sa mga ano nga yun? Yung pangpormas natin, no? When we do our carpentry works on starting on the construction, no, of your houses. So it is important to realize that the stated size is not its actual finished size. So nominal size is the size of lumber when it's cut from the log. So after cutting, the lumber is dried and then planed on all four sides to achieve smoothness. So the finished size is therefore smaller. So that is nominal size. Yung pinaka final, no, na size niya. For nominal size na 2x4, yung actual size niyan is 1 and 1/2 and 3 and 1/2, no? The actual size. Kasi nagsishrink pa kasi yan eh. No, pag dinala mo dun sa inyong mga storage, etc. No? So that is the nominal size for the lumber, and the actual size is magiging ganito na lang yung kanyang sizes because of shrinkage. Kasi pag kinat mo yan, there are possibility na meron pa yung water content, no? Yung inyong mga lumbers. So that is a classification of lumbers, no, as follows. Alright, so this one are the common units, no, of measurement for a lumber. So lumber is being sold from 6 feet up to 20 feet, no? So kumbaga yung haba ng lumber mo, no, is being measured or are being sold to you by 6 feet normally, and pwedeng tumaas yan by 2 feet, no. For example, 2 by 2 by 6 feet yung binebenta, or pwedeng 2 by 2 by 8, 2 by 2 by 10, 2 by 2 by 12 hanggang mag 20. Yan yung kanyang haba. Special lengths greater than 20 are also available, but cost more per board foot than the standard length. So there are special cut naman, no. So pag commercial cut yung binili mo, you probably the readily available length in the market is usually 6 to 12, no, feet of lumbers. So lumbers is being measured by board foot. So ito yung tinatanong sa iyo ng mga hardware, no, kung ilang board foot yung kailangan mo. And which may be described as measurement as a piece of wood by 1 inch thick, 12 inches wide, and 12 inches long. So ito yung kanyang formula for the board feet. So pag bumili ka, malalaman nila kung ilan yung pieces yung kailangan mo if you give them the board feet. So the measurement or the formula for that is the thickness of your, okay? So kung titingnan natin is, di ba ganyan yung itsura ng lumber natin? Okay? So yung measurement niyan is yung thickness nito, di ba? In inches. Palagay na lang natin 2 inches. Okay? 2 inches. Then yung kanyang width, ito yon, yung width niya, which is 2 inches din yan. Palagay na lang din natin. 2 by 2 and length in feet. So ito yung length niya in feet. Okay, palagay natin that is 8 inches. 8 inches. So, substitution to the board feet. So the thickness is 2 inches by 2 inches by 8 feet over 12. So, pwede ba natin siya i-directly? Hindi pwede kasi nga naka-feet yung isa. So, what we're going to do is wait lang. 1 by 3 by Diretso, pwede pala, no? So, pag diniretso natin siya, ganito yung magiging itsura niya, no? 1 by 3 by 4 feet divided by 12 is equals to 1 board foot. So, pag kinalculate natin yan, 2, then 2 by 2 by 8 divide 12 is 2.67 board feet. Okay? So, ganyan yung kanyang calculation. So isang piece lang yon, no? Sa isang piece lang yon. So, 2.67 board feet. So, kung 10 yung kailangan mo, times mo siya sa 10. Okay? So, 2.67 times 10 is 20.67 board feet yung kailangan mo. Yung measurement na ibibigay mo kay supplier. Tama? At 26 pala, sorry. 26.7 board feet. Yes?
Sir, ilang piraso yan kung sakali?
Pero ilang piraso yan kung sakali?
10.
10. Yun nga.
Di ba, sir, kasi yung
tinry natin
yung
sa
isang
10.
board
Kasi
feet
yung-
is
Yung
computation niya is 1 inch by 3 inches by 4 inches.
3 inches
By
by
12.
4 inches.
Alanganin
Ah,
sir
4
yung
feet.
ano eh, 2
4
by
feet.
2 by 2 by 8, 2 by 2 by 2, 2 by 2 by 8,
2 by 2 by 2,
divide
2 by 2 by
12, di
8,
bali alanganin siya sir sa
divide
isa.
12, di bali alanganin siya sir sa isa.
Alanganin siya sir doon sa
Oo.
isa.
Alanganin siya sir doon sa isa.
So, times mo siya sa 10 na 10 pieces, yung magiging communication mo sa supplier is 26.78. So,
Oo.
papasobrahan na lang nila
Thank you,
yan
sir.
if ever.
Okay. Thank you sir.
So, ito may example tayo isa pa, no? So, example, compute natin yung number of board feet in pieces of 3/4. Ito yung size niya, 3/4 by 8 inches by 10 feet. So, yun na yung, ito na yung substitute natin dito. Thickness times width times length over 12. So, ito na yun. So, compute the number of board feet in a piece of 3 by 4 by 8 by 10. 10 pieces of 1 piece pala of 3 by 4 by 3/4 by 8 inches by 10. Kaya hindi ko makita. Okay? So, ito yon, no? 1 piece, no, of 1 piece of 1 by 8 by, mali naman tong binigay niya. Dapat 1 ito, 1 inch. Hindi 3/4. Ito yun eh. 1 by 8 by 10 over 12 na 1 piece, no? A piece daw sabi. So, isang piece. So, yung equivalent niyan is 6 and 2/3 or 7 board feet. No? So, ano na lang yun, i-round off. So, 7 board feet yung sa a piece. Then, yung 10 pieces na 2 by 6 by 14 is over 12 is equivalent to 140 board feet. And the 5 pieces, ito yon, of 1 by 4 by 10 is 16 and 2/3 or 17 board foot. So, pag ano natin siya, tinotal natin siya, kasi hindi naman isang size lang yung i-orderin mo sa isang construction eh. May different sizes ka depende sa usage na paggagamitan mo, no? Pwede kasing maging planks 'yon, no? Floor planks. Pwedeng maging yung frame, no, ng inyong material or anything na paggagamitan ninyo depende sa type, no, of construction na binibuild. So, pag tinotal mo yan yung magiging pag tinotal natin siya, 7 plus 140 plus 17 is 147 plus 17 is 164 board feet. So, yung tatanungin mo ngayon is magkano po ba yung per board feet ngayon sa inyong sa na binibenta nyo ngayon. So, yun yung magiging estimate mo kung ilan yung babayaran mo dun sa isang 1 by 8 by 1 by 8 by 10, sa 10 2 by 6 by 14, at sa 5 1 by 4 by 10. No? So, times mo, like for example, 164, palagay na lang natin, tig 100 pesos, no? Yung board foot, per board foot. So, 167 times 100. So, that is 16,400 pesos yung babayaran mo lahat-lahat. Kukuha. Clear ba? Yes.
Sir, parang dun sa example, sir,
Sir, parang dun sa example,
Parang
sir,
hindi yata sila nagbebenta ng ng
hindi yata
alanganin.
sila nagbebenta
Kaya
ng
ang ginawa niya dun sa example is
Kaya ang ginawa niya
walang
sa example
3/4,
is
walang 1/2, parang
walang
gano'n.
3/4,
Na laging
walang
equivalent sa
1/2, parang
1
gano'n. Na laging equivalent sa 1 yung
Okay.
Oo, niraround
Magiging
off
round
nila,
off.
sir.
nira-round off nila, sir.
Okay. Kasi pwede naman siya bawasan dun sa site mo na
sa
siya
site. Hindi na siya
babawasan.
dun sa
Oo, sa site.
Ah,
Kaya
pwede
tama
naman siya
yung sir,
bawasan.
kasi kinumpute
Okay.
ko,
Kaya tama yung
Pati
sir,
dun sa
kasi
total.
kinumpute ko,
tumatama.
pati dun sa total.
Thank you, sir.
tumatama eh.
Okay po.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Oo. Thank you for clarification, no? So, pwede mo kasi siyang bawasan. Yun nga yung isang ano natin. Yung nominal and actual size. Pwede mo siyang mabawasan. No? So, pag may carpentero ka lang yan, mabilis lang naman kasi yan. Parang ginagamitan lang ng sander. Okay? So, let's continue. So, eto, no? It's being reduced after being surfaced or dressed by a planer. So, yan yung kanyang ginagamit na pambawas, no? Wood planer. Thus, the example 2 by 4 surfaced on 4 sides, no? S4S. Pag tinawag mong S4S, no? Surfaced on 4 sides yung kanyang gustong sabihin, will only be 1 3/4 by 3 3/4. Dressed lumber costs slightly more than rough. So, let's go to seasoning of lumber. So, seasoning of lumber is the one that is the term, no? Seasoning. Pag gusto natin dried up, no, yung ating mga lumber at mawala yung moisture content sa mga lumbers, no, sa mga logs. But by seasoning we have different types of techniques, no. We have air drying, no. So, seasoning of lumber, technique number one is air drying, which the lumber is exposed to the air. Okay? So, pwedeng may cover lang siya, no? Plain sheet, tulad ng ginawa niya, GI sheet lang kinover niya. And then, in-stack niya lang with parang naka-interlock, no? Para magkaroon ng space in between, no, ng mga lumbers at makadaan yung hangin on the lower side of your lumbers.
Sir, pag nagsi-seasoning ba ng lumber,
Sir,
may
pag
chemical na po ba
nagsi-seasoning
yan?
ba ng lumber, may chemical na po ba yan?
Pwedeng
katulad
pwedeng
niyan, sir,
natural
di ba,
lang siya.
hindi ba yan,
Katulad niyan, sir, di ba, hindi ba yan exposed sa
yung kaninang diniscuss nyo, yung mga,
yung kaninang diniscuss nyo, yung mga
magkakaroon ng defects.
Sa-
Yung mga katulad ng punjay,
yung mga katulad ng punjay,
Wala pa sir, wala
Wala
pang
pa.
chemical,
Wala
no?
pa to. No?
Wala
So,
pa sir, wala pang chemical, no?
oo. In-expose lang siya sa air para yung kanyang moisture content is mawala, no? Wood from freshly cut logs.
Yung pinaka-
Ito yung kanyang.
Wow.
Before pa siya
Kala ko sir,
ano,
pagka nagsisiseasoning ng lumber
Kala
na
ko
kasi
sir,
sir,
pagka
parang may...
nagsiseasoning ng lumber na
Kasi
kasi sir,
yung
parang
actually yung mga
may...
nakikita ko sir, parang may
Kasi
chemical
yung
na sila
actually yung mga
nilalagay.
nakikita ko sir, parang may chemical na sila
Oo.
nilalagay.
pinapahid.
Para ano lang.
Oo.
Kasi di ba
Para
ang,
ano
ang
lang.
ginagawa nila
Kasi
dyan
diba,
is
ang-
yung
Ang
mostly
ginagawa nila dyan
tatanggalin
is
mo yung tubig,
mostly
yung moisture.
tatanggalin mo yung tubig, yung
Mm.
moisture.
Yeah.
Yun lang sir, tanong ko kung dun sa ano
Yun lang sir,
natin
tanong
is
ko
ganun.
kung dun sa ano
Ganun
natin
yung ano.
is ganun.
Wala pa sir.
Wala pa.
Ganun yung ano.
Wala pa siyang ano,
Wala
wala
pa
pa
siya,
siyang
Nilalagay na chemicals.
nilalagay na
Okay
ano,
po.
chemical.
Thank you po.
Nilalagay na chemicals. Okay po, thank you po.
Next technique is kiln drying, which we are using a superheated steam, no? Okay, yung ginagamit. And it is being used also to drive out moisture, same as the air dry. Pero ito naman ginagamitan siya ng kiln or yung pugon. The ideal condition in seasoning for the moisture interior of wood or to replace surface moisture which vaporizes. So, okay, when the moisture from the surface escape faster than which travels from the interior of the surface, then there is equal drying in the board. And if its difference in moisture content is big, the shrinkage and the stress in the wood develops, causing seasoning checks. Okay, so there are some things no need to be considering the effects no of kiln drying. Parang ano siya, controlled no, when it comes to baka mabigla no yung wood, and it cause seasoning checks naman. Yung checks yung mga crack no on woods. Seasoned lumber no, it means yung treated yung naubos na yung kanyang moisture content, but it doesn't pag nagsi-season ka kasi hindi mo totally inuubos yung moisture. Yun yung ano niya, controlled lang yung kanyang moisture sa kanyang katawan no ng yung lumber. It has many advantage over green lumber. So yung mga green lumber, yung mga freshly cut logs pa yan no na ano lang, na kakaputol lang, and at hindi pa siya na process. Okay, so seasoned lumber has lessened liability of wood to be attacked by fungi, causing, kasi nga pag masyadong maraming moisture content ang ating mga ginamit na mga lumbers, it probably attracts fungi no, causing bluing and decay, and by some wood boring insects. And seasoned lumbers are naturally be reduced in weight and increase in strength, minimum shrinkage of the lumber, reduced checking and warping, kasi it locks in the tension no, and shrinkage of lumber itself. Increased nail holding power of the wood pag ginamit na natin siya sa mga joinery. Improve the wood for application of paints and receive wood preservatives and fire retardant chemicals. Okay? Now, the advantage naman of kiln drying over air drying. So, na-notice ninyo kanina, we have different techniques. So, pag ginamitan natin siya ng kiln drying, it has a greater reduction in weight, controlled moisture content at any desired value. Kasi meron siyang pwede kang mag-retain no, ng certain amount of moisture pag nag-kiln drying ka, kasi controlled environment yung ginagamit mo at ginagamitan mo siya ng temperature gauge no. Reduction in drying time, Kasi pag air drying kasi, minsan unpredictable yung weather, uulan, so probably hindi siya kagad matapos yung kanyang drying time season or drying, yeah, tama, drying time. And the advantage of kiln drying is killing of many fungi and insects that already in the lumber, setting the resins in resinous woods, and it has less degrade, no, the loss in quality during seasoning of lumber. So ito na yung kanina na some of the defects, no, and a deterioration pala of lumber. So ito may discussion lang about the decay, no, which becomes molds, stains, and decay in wood are caused by fungi. So they are attracted because of the mild temperatures and dampness, no, yung masa na area ng kanyang trunk. So most decay occur in wood with moisture content above fiber saturation point, and usually wood maintain at 20% moisture content or less, no, to be safe from fungus damage. So pag freshly cut pa siya, meron siyang moisture content na usually ranges from 80 to 100%, no, na moisture content. So pag na-dry na natin or na season na natin yung lumber natin, pag controlled environment kasi yung kiln, like for example yung kiln dried, pwede natin makontrol ang kanyang moisture content, no, up to 20% yung natitira dun sa kanyang katawan. Wood that is constantly underwater or continuously dry will not decay. Care should be taken not to use wood when moisture can collect and remain. Then next type of deterioration of lumber is insects. So there are different types of insects that can attack wood. Number one is subterranean termite. So this one is living in the soil, no, which build earthen tubes, yung nakikita natin sa mga sa bahay din natin minsan, no, sa mga poste, minsan sa kahit nga sa semento, no, minsan meron silang mga earthen tubes, and it reaches the food cellulose, which include wood primary to but also paper and pulp products, kasi yung ina-attract nila dyan is yung glucose, no, inside the wood that is very nutritional to the queen. Yan yung ginagamit nila for their food, yung glucose content ng wood, no? So hindi lang sa wood products kundi dun din sa mga paper, no, and pulp products. So ganyan yung itsura ng subterranean termites. Okay? We have a special topic, no, on how to prevent termites, no, in your wooden structures, how to prepare for it, and the post construction, no, of treatments of our buildings. So in general, a complete barrier must be made between the wood and possible earthen tubes termites by installing shield-made metal or piece of termite-proof materials, especially pag yung post mo is a wooden post, pwede mo siyang lagyan ng metal shield, no, on the contact of your wooden post and the soil, no, para hindi siya ma-detect ng mga termites at mamahay dun sa poste mismo, no. Termite proofing, the wood used construction close to earth, and poisoning the soil adjacent to the building. So ginagawa yan pwedeng before, during, and after, no, ang soil poisoning, para hindi ma-detect ng mga kalapit na termites yung bahay mo. Deterioration of lumber like insects. non-subterranean termites, no, from the name itself, hindi sila nakatira dun sa subsurface. So they are only relatively permanent method of arresting attack to use lumber that has been full-length termite proofing, wood preservatives, attention to structural features, sanitation, and is also important. So subterranean termites are the one that is living, no, on the trees and other above soil area, no, na termites. Carpenter ants and powder pest beetles, so they're the one that is also deteriorating, no, woods and wood products. Preservation of lumber, so this one are the treatment processes, no, na sinasabi natin or yung pinapahid natin dun ng mga chemicals sa ating wood and wood products so that it can prevent or delay the destruction of your structure. So it is being used to treat or to prevent brought by fungi and insects, bacteria, marine organisms, and fire. So these are the all type wood preservatives. No, we have different kinds of all type wood preservatives. Number one is yung coal tar creosotes. So these are black or brownish oil made from distilling coal tar. Yung parang oil, no, ng motor. Yun yung isa sa mga ginagamit for the wood products, no. Like yung ito. So ipinapahid siya dun sa mga areas, sa mga applications like sa rail tracks, no. Ito yung mga area na to, no? So pinapahidan siya ng mga coal tar creosotes. The advantage of this are highly toxicity to wood destroying organisms, insoluble in water, ease of application, and the disadvantage of this is strong unpleasant odor and cannot be painted, easily ignited in the first applied. Okay, so those are coal tar creosotes. So another types of creosotes is derived from wood, oil, and water and gas. So it has advantage as coal tar creosotes but less effective. Creosote solution, we have coal tar petroleum oils 50 to 100% by volume. Same advantage as coal tar creosotes but less effective. Pentachlorophenol, this one is mixture of petroleum oils and 5% pentachlorophenol. High protection against decay, fungi, and termites. And it can be painted. So, yung isa is mahirap siya i-paint. No unpleasant odor and less easily ignited than coal tar creosotes. Waterborne, no, yung isa oil-based kasi yon. Ito, waterborne wood preservatives. Number one example is chromated zinc chloride or CZC. No. It gives protection also for the decays, insects, fire, and can be painted and no objectionable odor. So the disadvantage of this is cannot be used contact with the ground and water kasi water-based siya. No? Natatanggal ka agad. Next is the chromated copper arsenate or the CCA, another example of waterborne borne wood preservatives. Ammoniacal copper arsenate or ACA. They are dissolved in water for pressure treating producing a product that is clean and odorless. So this is the summary table of the preservatives and its application for waterborne preservatives. Methods of applying preservatives in lumber. Number 1 is pressure treatment. So it is a method which you can place the wood in cylinders, no, into which preservative is pumped under pressure, no, or ini-inject siya doon. Hot and cold bath method. So first, placing the wood in a bath of hot preservatives, no, so mainit muna for an hour or more para ma-absorb, no, ng wood. Then withdrawn and quickly placed in a bath of cold preservatives para mag-lock in or tumigas doon sa loob ng wood ang ating mga preservatives. Next is dipping or immersing the wood in a hot preservative for a short time. And then the most convenient one is brushing, no? Yung pinapahid natin mismo dun sa wood and wood products. Treatment of lumbers. There are two methods of treating to increase fire resistance. Number 1 is covering the wood with compound materials. Yung compound materials na to are coatings or layers, no, which the fire cannot penetrate easily. Okay? So, example of that is ammonium phosphate, borax, or sodium silicate combined with other materials to provide adherence to the wood, brushability, appearance, and colors. Okay? Next type of treatment, yung una is covering the wood, no, or ano natin siya, wrap natin siya ng coatings. Number 2 treatment is impregnating the wood with chemical, no, ini-inject, so which the wood self is not support combustion. So these chemicals are commonly for impregnation are monobasic ammonium phosphate, dibasic ammonium phosphate, ammonium sulfate, borax, boric acid, and zinc chloride. Pressure treatment lumbers and plywoods. These are Wallmanized lumber and plywoods. Preservatives of that is Wallman salts. Tannalized lumber and plywoods. The preservative is Tannalith G wood preservative salts. Permanized lumber and wood. Preservative is BS25. Boliden lumber and plywood, etc. Alright, so dito na tayo sa sinasabi mo kaninang examples. The wood composites. These are mixture of wood and other materials, no? Hindi lang siya wood and wood. Pwede din tayong gumamit ng wood and plastics, wood and cement. We have different kinds of mixture, no? Later on we will going to see it one by one. The most common type of wood composite is plywood. This is the it has several used in construction and made of several thin plies. Ito yung kanyang pinaka basic component, no, or veneers of wood that have been glued together. Okay, each ply or veneer is glued so that its grain is at the straight angle of the grain of the previous ply. So ano lang siya, naka-straight lang siya. So the outside plies are called face and the back, and the center plies are called the core, no? So the core, the face, and yung sa likod niya is yung back. The cross layering make plywood is very stable and strong. So coatings of layers of protective material over the surface are good only for interior purposes because they are not durable when exposed to weather. Minsan nababakbak siya. So coatings of plywoods are usually used for interiors. So these are water-soluble, fire-retardant chemicals, generally trademark formulation of ammonium phosphate, borax, or sodium silicate combined with other materials to provide adherence to the wood. There are also chemicals with low water soluble such as zinc borate, chlorinated paraffin, and chlorinated rubber, which is used for fire retardant coating. Ito yon, zinc borate, chlorinated paraffin, and chlorinated rubber. We have different kinds of sizes in plywood, but the most common one is the 4x8. Ito yung nakikita natin na dinideliver usually usually mabibili, no, sa mga hardware. 4x8 or 1.2 by 2.4 meters na plywood. So ito, minsan ka na lang makakita nito. Ito, smaller size, no, 3x6. Pag bumibili ka naman ng plywood, ito yung usually na sinasabi natin, no? 3/16, 1/4, 3/8, 1/2, 3/4, and 1 inch. Pero yung the most popular is 1/4, 1/2, 3/4, and 1 inch. Why is it? Itong 1/4 na to, ginagamit natin to as pang-formas, no, ng ating mga buhos. Or minsan ito, 1/2, para tumagal, no. And it has several purposes, no, pag gusto mo naman siyang gamitin sa interior interior furnitures, no, or interior cabinets. The advantage of plywood, we have approximate equalization of strength, properties along its length and width, greater resistance to checking and splitting, less change in dimension due to moisture content. Hindi siya masyadong nag-expand or nag-shrink, no. We have different types of plywood. Number 1, ordinary, which is yan yung usually nakikita natin sa pang-formas, no, ng ating construction. Number 2 is form plywood. Number 3 is marine plywood, more durable and waterproof. Fancy plywood, which is being used from Nara, Bookmatch, Kalantas Rotary-Cut, Tangile Ribbon Grain, Lawaan Rotary-Cut, Dao Bookmatch, Rosewood, and Tangile. So those are the types of plywoods. Move on to hardboard. Another example of wood composites. So hardboard is a paneling materials, no? Made by reducing and refining wood chips into small threaded fibers. So ito yung mga keywords niya. And pressing them under heat in hydraulic pressure into dense, smooth, and very rigid panels, no? So the production process of the pulp is exploded under pressure. Heat and steam is applied to leave fine, fluffy brown fibers. These fibers are transformed into mats. So matitigas tong mga thin sheets na to, no? So they are glued together with lignum and other glues. These mats then pressed between steam, heated metal, and plates to give a grainless sheet with one smooth, glossy surface and one textured surface. So hardboard is cheaper option than plywood, where strength is not required, no? Hardboard is a smooth surface on one side and screened surface on the other, and sometimes known as masonite, after the man who invented it. There are types of hardboard. The number 1 is standard hardboard. This is a light brown in color, fairly hard, smooth surface on one side and screened impression to the other. And it has ability to flex and easy to bend, suitable for interior use only, where it's not subjected to moisture. Kasi madali siyang mabrittle, no, pag na-expose mo siya sa moisture. Number 2, hardboard.
Sir, yun
Yes.
yung hardiplex, no?
Sir, yun yung
Ano ba yung mga
hardiplex, no?
hardiplex?
Hindi
Pero
pa.
may mga hot
Ay, hindi
reflex.
pa. Hindi yan yung
Hindi
hot
pa.
reflex, sir.
Hindi pa.
Yung
Hindi yan yung hot
madaling
reflex, sir.
pumuputok pagka
Hindi pa.
ano,
Yung madaling
tinatamaan ng bato, ganun.
tinatamaan ng bato, ganun.
Iba pa pala yan, sir, yung hardboard.
Iba pa pala yan, sir, yung
Okay,
hardboard.
thank you, sir.
Oo.
Okay, thank you, sir.
So, itong hardboard, different, ano din to, no? Different material. So, some panel board, okay? It's somewhat denser than the standard, but not as dense as tempered. Okay? Next is tempered hardboard. So, this is the densest type, no? Or the most thick, no? Made from impregnating standards and board with tempering compound of oils and resins, baking to polymerize the tempering materials. So the size of this panel is 4x8, no, hardboard, which is a thickness of 1/8, 3/16, or 1/4, obtained either with plain texture perforated surface. So this brand, no, usually nakikita natin to, the Lawanit standard tempered boards, the Lawanex, no, panel boards, and Masonite standard. Next in our list, the chipboard. Chipboards are made by bonding together of wood surfaces, wood particles, with an adhesive under heat and pressure to form a rigid board with a relatively smooth surface where it faced a veneer and made from binding phenolic resin of urea or formaldehyde glued. So, ito yung itsura niya. So, it has a para siyang hollow. Not necessarily hollow, no? Parang ano siya, para siyang foamy-like type of texture. Chipboard is available in number of densities, normal, medium, and high density. So normal is usually fair, soft, and flaky. High density is very solid and hard, often used for worktops and fire doors. Medium density is somewhere in between. Next in our list, for the wood composites, fiberboards, and medium density fiberboards. Itong mga type na to, pwede na to for the partitions, no, of your rooms, no. Pwede na siyang gamitin sa partitions. Fiberboards are finishing materials made from vegetable fibers such as corn or sugarcane stalks, no. So ito ginawa siya for recycled, no, materials, and pressed into sheets. It is not very strong but has good insulating properties. Therefore, it's usually used for ceiling only. Noon yun, no? So, pero ngayon, ginagamit na siya for may mga MDF na kasi tayo, itong medium density fibers na mas matibay, no, sa in our time. It's generally 4x8, no, like a normal plywood in panel size, and a thickness of 3/16, 1/4, and 1/2, and 3/4 thickness. Acoustic fiber board, no, is manufactured from wood, straw, bagasse pulp pressed into boards with or without holes or slots, and thickness from acoustic fiber board varied from 1/2 2 inches and in 1/2 increments. Brand names for the fiberboard. This one, no, Celotex, Canex, Homasote, Filtex, and Bonotex. MDF is a type of fiberboards which is made from wood fibers glued under heat, pressured. So MDF has many qualities that made the ideal alternative for plywood or chipboard. So it is a dense, flat, stiff, and has no knots, easily machined, and fine particles such as material without recognizable grain. So yung itsura niya parang wala na siyang foam, flaky, no, na material na makikita. Unlike plywood, MDF contains no internal voids, no? Kasi ano siya, dense, and it will produce better edges providing it's correctly machined. Next is we have the gypsum board. So this one is a non-combustible building board with a gypsum core, no? Gypsum material. Meron na siyang may mixture na siya ng gypsum. Enclosed in tough, smooth paper, designed to be used without addition of plaster for walls, ceilings, or partition. So it is extensively used for drywall construction. So pwede na din siya for mga partition walls, no? Where plaster is eliminated. So these are the types, no? The standard illuminated fall, laminated. So may laminate na siyang kasama, PVC laminated, moisture resistant, extra fire resistant, or the type X. So yan yung mga ginagamit usually sa mga condo, no? Na for partitions ng mga bedrooms. We have brand names, no? Boral and Elephant. Two types of edges for the gypsum board. We have the square edge and the tapered edge. For square edge, it is for cover strip jointing, visible but jointed, and paneling with clamp fixing and free suspension. Ito yung ginagamit natin sa mga ceiling. And the tapered edge naman is for seamless joining wall and ceiling paneling. Usually sa wall, no, ginagamit ito. We have different types of gypsum board. Number one is wall board. This is used for surface layering on interior walls and ceilings. Regular wall board come with gray liner, paper backing with special paper finish on the facing and edge suitable for decoration. So the foil back gypsum as aluminum foil bonded to the liner paper serve as vapor barrier. So pwede mo na siya gamitin malapit sa inyong mga CR, no, sa kitchen. If you have a separated wall on that certain areas, pwede ka lang gumamit ng mga gypsum board, no? Like for example, the wall board. Backing board used as a base layer in multiply construction where several layers of gypsum boards are designed for high resistance, sound control, and strength in walls. Another type of gypsum board, we have the core board. This one is used as a base in multiply construction for self-supporting, studless gypsum board. So pwede na siyang tumayo even though wala kang backing, no, or wala kang wood na support, no, for your gypsum walls. It comes from 1 inch thickness or 2 factory laminated and 1/2 thick layered for backing boards. Another type of gypsum board is the type X, used for fire rated assemblies. So pwede na siya for backing board and core board also, no? More fire resistant by additional fiberglass. Glass fibers, no, or fiberglass for reinforcing materials. So pag na pinutol mo yan, may makikita kang mga glass fibers. So water resistant backing gypsum board, from the name itself, it is a water resistant type of gypsum board. Gypsum sheathing. This is used as a fire protection and bracing for exterior frame walls and must be protected from weather by exterior facing. Gypsum form board. This is used for permanent for casting gypsum concrete and roof decks. Fiber cement. Okay, another type of board. No, we have fiber cement boards. This is comprised of 72% Portland cement, 20% mineralized cellulose fiber, and 8% calcium carbonate. No. So it's more durable than the other types of boards. particle board. Another type of wood composite is particle board. This type of board is made of small wood chips and base material including cotton, stalk, rice, straw, bagasse, conventional wood chips, and sawdust, and is being pressed and glued together. Then last part of this discussion is the millwork. This one is being used for interiors and decorations, no? And also for the furnitures. No? Millworks consist of finished lumber, which is further cut and processed in a lumber mill. Millworks includes doors, windows, moldings, trims, and other ornamental forms of wood. We have different kinds of wood moldings. Ito yung nakikita natin sa mga corners, no, ng inyong mga ceiling connection and wall connection. Pwede din sa corners ng inyong mga bottom boards, no, on your floors and the connection of your floors and your walls. So these are the types, no, the crown, bed, cove, quarter round, half round, etc. These are the profiles, no, na makikita natin sa millworks, no, of types of moldings pala, no, on your pwede siya maging ceiling molding, pwede din siya maging baseboard molding. So this one are the profiles, no, of your millworks. Ito naka-section to, ha, section, baka magtaka kayo kung anong ibig sabihin niya. Section cut of moldings. Alright, so that's the last part of our discussion. So if you have any question, I'll be back in the Google Meet link for the answering your queries. Thank you very much.